What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back, with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Teresa, and I battle my opponent on my Discord server, so if you guys are interested in battling in general, definitely join my Discord. A link will be in the description below. Now, we are having an overused tier battle, looking at my opponent's team. She has a very threatening overused team. She has both Pheromosa and Tapu Lele, Pokemon that I just have a deep hatred towards. Ferrothorn and Zygarde, pretty annoying defensive core there with Zapdos, and she also has Mega Charizard, likely a defog Zapdos. As I have Chestnut, my legit shiny Seviper, Relicanth, Slurpuff, Houndoom, and a shiny Blossom that I got on Wonder Trade a couple weeks ago, and I forgot about it until I saw it in my PC box, and I'm like, wait a minute, I have a battle ready Blossom? Hold up, I have to use this immediately. So, gonna lead off with my Chester, my Chestnut, as my opponent is going to lead off with her Pheromosa, to be expected because Pheromosa kind of just one-shots my entire team potentially, so why not lead with it? She could have also led off a Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele also had a very good lead matchup versus my team. Well, pretty much the majority of her team had a good lead matchup against my team, but that's besides the point. Most people lead off with their Pheromosa because you just click U-turn, do 85% of the opponent's health, and get offensive momentum, so it's just pretty good. Pretty good, as I'm able to at least get some chip damage off of the spiky shield turn 1, and she's going to U-turn out and bring in her Charizard, and I did expect her to U-turn out into this or Tapu Lele, so I'm going to go for the Leech Seed onto the Charizard, and thankfully if this thing is like Dragon Dance or something, it won't be able to sweep me that easily because the Leech Seed constant chip damage will come in handy in defeating this Charizard. So I'm just kind of hoping this isn't Charizard X, but both Mega Charizards are very threatening to this team because I don't have a switch in to Mega Charizard in general. Oh, what a shocker. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I do have a Houndoom with Flash Fire, so I'm like, alright, either go for Dragon Dance or go for the Fire move. So she actually reveals herself to be Charizard Y, which is a relief, because I'm like, whew, thank God, because if it was Charizard X and I got a DD, it was GG, pretty much. So she's going to get the Drought. I kind of figured it was Charizard Y anyway, because she also had Zygarde, but it was just kind of like, some people like to mix it up. I can't really tell, and that's the thing with Mega Charizard that makes it so much more threatening, is that it gave me 1 or 2 different Pokemon. It's just kind of like, what the fuck? It's super annoying to deal with, but usually by looking at Team Preview, you can determine which one it is 9 out of 10 times. So, she's going to bring in her Zygarde here, as I do get the Flash Fire Sun Boosted Sab Fire Blast off, which does do over a quarter of health. And considering that I have no offensive item like Choice Specs on this thing, that's pretty impressive. And assuming the Zygarde is spit death because it has leftovers, it's probably a Suck Coil set. As here, she's actually going to go for the 1,000 arrows onto my Houndoom. I was really hoping she would do that and not set up on me because I have, the Sun Boosted Fire Blast with Flash Fire. So I actually go for counter here, and I'm just going to absolutely destroy the Zygarde. Goodbye, Zygarde. Goodbye. No coil 1,000 arrows for you. Good night. So in comes Pheromosa, and I'm like, okay, I do not want to give this thing an attack boost, because that would be very scary if that happened. So I'm going to bring in my Chester here, my Chestnut, hoping that I could just tank whatever she goes for. Thankfully, she decides to go for a lunge onto my Chestnut, as I know I could take that pretty nicely. The attack lower is kind of annoying, but I'm not trying to attack with this thing anyway. I'm just trying to get some nice Leech Seeds on whatever she wants to bring in. I was kind of expecting her to want to switch out here, so I do go for Leech Seed again, as she's going to choose to withdraw and bring in her Tapu Lele. Good play on her part. I was kind of expecting the Ferrothorn to want to come in on me, because, she would be able to switch into Leech Seed and get it for free rocks, but I guess Tapu Lele works too, because now she can just kind of psychic everything on my team and kind of obliterate me, and that's kind of a scary thing to think about. But I kept the Houndoom alive just so I can absorb the Fire Blast and the Psychic. So if she has choice Tapu Lele and goes for Psychic, I could just bring in Houndoom and go from there. If she's choice specs Tapu Lele, same thing. I don't know what kind of set she is. Don't see leftovers. Not that many people run leftovers on Tapu Lele. Anyway, gonna go for Spiky Shield and hope she's not a substitute set, as thankfully she just goes for Moonblast. I should be able to tank this. I was kind of hoping Bulletproof would block Moonblast, but it actually doesn't, sadly. That would be pretty cool if it did, but unfortunately it does not. But Leech Seed is going to come through here, helping me chunk the Tapu Lele, and the chip damage is actually going to help me out later on in the game, as you'll see. So I don't want to stay in on this Tapu Lele because Moonblast will obviously nearly one-shot me, so I'm going to bring in my Seviper directly in on it. Very risky play. My legit shiny Seviper looks absolutely sick, but Moonblast is going to chunk my Seviper pretty hard, bring me down to around half, and get the special attack drop, which kind of sucks, but can't really do much about that. But thankfully, going to get the leech seed recovery, which at least is chip damaging the Tapu Lele to the point where Sludge Bomb, even at -1 special attack, should knock out Tapu Lele. And since I am Choice Scarf Seviper, I figured she would not expect that, and thankfully she does not expect the elite tech that is Scarf Seviper. So down goes the Tapu Lele, and down the thing goes. So yes, in comes her Ferrothorn, and I'm just like, well, since I am Choice Scarf, I can't stay in here. I do carry Flamethrower on that set, so I can just Flamethrower that thing later on. But gonna bring in my Houndoom here as Death Fodder, as my opponent chooses to double switch into her Charizard. I'm not too sure if she predicted the Houndoom switch-in, or she expected something else, but either way it works out for her, because now in comes the Charizard, and I'm like, please outspeed the Charizard because I carry Destiny Bond on this Houndoom, but unfortunately the Charizard does outspeed me because I'm only 95 base speed compared to Charizard's 100, but some people like to run modest Charizard, so I'm like, please be modest, please be like the 1 out of 10 people that runs modest Charizard, but unfortunately it is not, and down goes my Houndoom. So, oh well, we're gonna bring back in my Scarf Seviper, and I'm like, well, Sludge Bomb isn't gonna do squat because it's Seviper compared to Mega Charizard, so I'm gonna choose to go for Final Gambit instead and just do a consistent 106 damage, which I'm hoping will knock out Charizard, but it actually lives with just a sliver of health. But that's actually okay, because I do have Blossom, and since the sun is actually up, very convenient for a Blossom, my Blossom that is not a legit shiny because I received a Wonder Trade. I'm sorry if that triggers some people, but thanks to the Chlorophyll, I'm going to be able to knock out this Charizard with the Moonblast. So thankfully, I'm actually able to abuse Charizard by Sun for like a turn or two, so that's pretty cool. As now she's going to bring in her Zapdos. I'm really hoping this thing doesn't carry Heat Wave. I'm assuming since she carries Mega Charizard that she doesn't have Heat Wave. So I'm going to go for the Quiver Dance here and just hope that I can just tank whatever she wants to go for. And I do carry Weakness Policy on this Blossom because I just really wanted to run Weakness Policy on it, okay? And yeah, HP Ice actually does nothing, and now it's going to activate my Weakness Policy, and I'm very thankful she didn't carry Heat Wave, because if she carried Heat Wave, it would have done a lot of damage, and probably potentially one-shot me even after the Quiver Dance, so that was really risky on my behalf, but all good, all good. Gonna go for the Giga Drain here, just to gauge damage, as it does, like, a little bit, you know, decent chunk of damage, as the Zapdos is just gonna go for Hidden Power Ice repeatedly. Good move on her part. Obviously, it's not doing that much damage, so I'm debating, I'm like, should I just set up more Quiver Dances on the Zapdos? Because I easily could, and after a couple more boosts, I can just potentially win with my Blossom. So, I'm gonna go for Moonblast here just to bait her, because I realize she's this Bedef Zapdos looking at this damage. And I get another special attack drop from Moonblast, so Moonblast is currently 2 for 2 in the special attack drop department, so good on Moonblast, yeah. But HP Ice is not going to do anything, and I'm like, alright, the Spidef Zapdos is getting pretty low in health. I actually have no idea if it's Spidef or not, but considering a +3 special attack, now +4, I'm assuming it's especially defensive Zapdos. But I can't be too sure. As now the Zapdos is going to go for the Roost, and I'm like, okay, thankfully, get another Quiver Dance up so I could just do more damage, and the HP Ice will do less damage, and thanks to the special attack lower, I am going to be taking 0 damage from HP Ice, and I should be able just to set up on the Zapdos with my Blossom, so I'm hoping that's the case. Gonna go for the Quiver Dance one more time. Now I'm at +4, I'm at +5 special attack and +3 speed, so HP Ice, I should be able to tank it, but no, she crits me, so my Blossom sweep is all in my dreams because I just got crit, so yeah, instead, I just gotta bring in my Munchies here, and everyone expects Slurpuff to be Belly Drum because of Versify, but my Slurpuff is not Belly Drum, and I'm hoping my opponent just assumes it's Belly Drum because every Slurpuff is Belly Drum for whatever reason. So, in comes Ferrothorn, I'm like, yes, she fell for my trap, so I'm able to go for the Calm Mind here, and yeah, she's in a pretty bad position right now because I do carry Flamethrower on this thing, and I can just, you know, burn this thing alive, but I decided to go for Cotton Guard instead, just because she does carry Pheromosa in the back, and I don't want to die to the Pheromosa, so I'm going to go for Cotton Guard as well. So now both my defenses are boosted, and now the Gyro Ball is actually going to do 0 because my Unburden is not active, and I choose to go for Flamethrower here just to knock out the Ferrothorn. I have no idea if it has Leech Seed or not, I don't feel like dealing with that BS, so down goes the Ferrothorn, and in comes Pheromosa, and I'm hoping after the Cotton Guard boost, which is +3 defense by the way, that I should be able to tank this poison jab from Pheromosa, as thankfully it actually just bounces off my body. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Pheromosa do that little damage to a Pokemon before. Like, I didn't think that little damage was possible from Pheromosa, but we've seen it here, folks, that Pheromosa did not like one-shot a Pokemon with a super effective attack. I'm actually surprised. What a shocker. But Draining Kiss is just going to knock out the Pheromosa. I'm going to get all of my health back. That felt so satisfying just to obliterate that Pheromosa. Holy crap, that was so satisfying. As now in comes Zapdos, her last Pokemon, and she realizes that I have Calm Mind and Draining Kiss, and this is just a lost battle. So she's actually going to save you guys another 10 turns of battle time by forfeiting the battle. Definitely an honorable move on my opponent's part, and those are the kind of situations where I would forfeit a game. But that's going to be the battle, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed and want to see more of my content, definitely hit that like button. It really means the world to me, and it keeps me inspired to upload videos. So yeah. And the question of the day is going to be, if you could be a gym leader, which type would you choose? And now I would choose to be a Psychic gym leader. Psychic is my favorite typing, if you guys didn't know. And I would just have 6 Tapu Leles on my team, so no one would ever have a chance of beating me unless they brought 6 Avialolan Mucks. But that's going to be the battle, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright? Peace.